Hello, my name is Mac, and today I would like to talk to you about the conservation of green space in New York, and in particular, Crown Heights, Brooklyn, where a large portion of green space is in big trouble. Green space is coveted in New York, often taking the form of lovely parks, sidewalk planters, and vacant lots filled with rubble and trash. But did you know green space can greatly affect the quality of life for the people who live near it, and that some neighborhoods have more green space than others? That's why even an empty lot overgrown with weeds is incredibly useful to New Yorkers and can affect an area greatly. In Crown Heights, Brooklyn, a community is fighting to preserve just such a space. 920 Park Place is considered the crown jewel of the neighborhood by some and is over a century old. Built in 1889, the grounds of this building were initially designed to house the Brooklyn Methodist Episcopal Home for the Aged and Infirm, for which it remained all the way up until the 1970s. It sat abandoned for many years, as no one was particularly interested in the space, though the community kept up the property as much as possible, even securing a landmark status in 2011. Quite a triumph after years of urban decay and disenfranchisement in the neighborhood. It sits on over half a city block, and much of the grounds have remained undeveloped green space for all of the neighborhood's existence, offering a space to allow ventilation and fresh air to the densely crammed neighborhood. This green space is incredibly valuable to the people in this neighborhood because green space helps cool a neighborhood, and less green space in a neighborhood is associated with greater risk death during heat waves. But now the neighborhood is going through a boom of economic upswing and gentrification, and many are attracted to the area due to the particular beauty of the mixture of elegant 19th and 20th century row houses, apartment buildings, freestanding mansions, and churches. And of course, developers are looking for any place they can find to build and make a quick buck on the speculative prices. Now a proposed building is planned to be built on a large portion of green space at 920 Park Place. And the environmental impact from this proposed development would be a huge detriment to the residents of Crown Heights, in a neighborhood that is already highly stressed, and the proposed development would remove green space. Green space is incredibly important in neighborhoods like Crown Heights because there are so few large open spaces, such as 920 Park Place. The removal of such a large section of open green growing space is a permanent one, although the desired renters for the proposed building is anything but. Out of the proposed structure's 147 units, 111 would be one-bedroom apartments. And it is clear this development is catering to young, short-term tenants who will not be looking to settle down and integrate into the community. And through this fact, it is clear the building of this structure is simply an act of sheer greed, and it must be stopped. The proposal is essentially a monstrously out-of-place dormitory, nothing but a callous monument to gentrification and speculative greed. There are many other things that could be done with the space, such as a community garden or a park. This would ensure a long-lasting tie to the neighborhood that desperately needs green space for future generations. Destroying green space like this for a quick cash grab is immoral and a detriment to New Yorkers everywhere. We as New Yorkers need to stand up to developers like this and put an end to the destruction of green open space in our neighborhoods. And that is why I ask you now to join the fight and donate to Friends of 920 Park as they fight to keep this completely inappropriate building out of Brooklyn. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.